Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to
Hello, hello.
of Chaos.
Yes, welcome back to Diced Thespians' Dark Light campaign. Following on from last week, gonna let everybody know kind of where we left off, which was in a terrible place. It was we left them with a piss and vomit cliffhanger, which was wonderful. Our intrepid party had just gotten to the small town of Figgy, little fishing village on the edge of the swamp, heading off out into the ocean, and only to find that some Thorian soldiers had come into town and been hiding in one of the only wooden structure in the house, in the town, the big warehouse, and that the wagon and the components that they had been looking for were in there, and they ended up having to kill all those soldiers to get their components back. Two of the components, however, did get murdered by one of the soldiers, but that soldier paid the ultimate price and died a hefty death. Jaswin, an actual member of the village, who was one of the people who first found this out, um, got her soul blooded for the first time and ended up throwing up all over the floor on the faces of the dead that she had killed, and her friend and student lay potentially dead behind her. All of the rest of the group had run forward to the wagon except for Grim, who stayed outside to stop the soldiers, or try to stop the soldiers from setting the other houses on fire. Yes,
Oh, I ran outside, remember?
that's what I'm saying. Everybody eventually does, but not yet. Grim heard something. He heard something important, but he was the only one that heard it. Uh, the last soldier running for his life, shouting something to the head of the village, and just as that happened, Cross stepped out, chasing that soldier, and with the most fancy shot you've ever seen in your life, right through the heart, and it was like that slow motion fall to the knees, fall forward, like you see in every movie. It was perfect. Um, so none of the soldiers actively got away. The only one that has survived is the one that Grimm took captive, knocked him down prone, took him captive, and issued a few threats that were intimidating enough that this young soldier ended up pissing himself, and that is where we ended the game.
Oops.
Poor young soldier.
Yep, and so now this is where we begin the game. Alex, you are standing outside looking at the body of the soldier that just fell. Grim just said, I have something to tell you, as he's looming over this cowering soldier. Penny, you're still inside the wagon with your friends, right? No? You came back
I
out?
jumped out and because the last soldier in the wagon fell backwards out of the wagon.
Oh, that's right. You
and
went
I
out
jumped
and you
out.
killed him.
Yeah.
Yep. And Penny is currently in the form of a
Dire
dire
wolf.
wolf.
And covered in blood.
Oh yeah.
That is not her own.
Blood.
Yeah, from all of the biting and everything she's been doing. And Jaswin is actually past the wagon in the warehouse, um, in a circle of bodies that have been killed by her and Cross and Ellie,
She's
or
going to her
Kilia.
friend.
Okay.
She's gonna put his head in her lap and sort of like call out for help.
Okay. Um,
Do I hear her?
roll me a listen check.
See if I hear her call out for help, because Penny is as Penny does. So I'm pretty sure that means I hear you. I got pretty good, and my thing is ridiculously. 18.
Okay, yes, you do indeed hear that.
Okay.
He's yelling at this point, so yeah.
Mhm.
Can I react?
Oh, absolutely. We're out of initiative, so people can react
Okay.
as they see fit.
Jasmine, you see this massive, covered in blood direwolf walk around the whatever the thing is.
The wagon.
Thank you, the wagon, and like its hunches are down and it comes right towards you, but it's slow moving.
Mhm.
When it gets to you, it'll sniff you, then it'll lick you, then it'll nuzzle you a little bit just to try and cheer you up a little bit, and then suddenly it's a very ugly elf person, and she'll try and see if she can heal your friend.
And you know what this is.
Yes, she does, actually.
In fact, you may have seen this one before.
Oh shit,
Mm.
that would be quite a something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, roll me. You know what? We're going to do the luck check. High or low?
Hi.
Yeah, actually. It was on that fateful day. It wasn't one, but before in the learning phase, it was. So you know that this is one of Miscula's components. Free and walking and talking.
And changing form into creepy shit that looks awesome at the same time.
Yeah,
Well, she
she's
probably has
managed
this
to
like
smear.
blood smear on her, on her
Well,
face
and now
now.
on your face now, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. You do indeed.
Can you help him?
I'm gonna check. Can I tell if he's healable? Can I heal him?
Okay, roll me a heal check, which is wisdom. I can't tell if that's good or bad. You look the same for
13?
both. 13?
Could be either.
It could be either, yeah. No, you can tell that he's dead. There is no breath, there's no pulse. And he is you can see sword things all through him. And he has gone back to his normal size.
Well, yeah.
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 Yes, young man. He looks like he's maybe, in the ages of humans, like 18.
Jasmine's pretty upset. She's kind of looking at the look on this elf's face and seeing pretty much what she was afraid of, and tears start streaming down her face.
In fact, you need to actually roll me an insight check to determine if you know that this is an elf. So she has no pointed ears anymore.
Actually, she might need to do a constitution check, saving throw as well.
Yeah, seeing how horribly disfigured you are. So constitution save and insight check. Wouldn't it be gratifying as she's the very first person to actually lose her cookies over you?
Got a 13 for Constitution.
Okay. You don't throw up, but you want to. If you'd had anything left in your stomach after this last
she already
bout,
voided herself, yes.
Yeah, bet you would, but there's nothing left. So you're just kind of there.
She kind of knows more than a lot of people what she would have been through.
Yeah, and it's the all of the scar tissue. She's missing her left arm from just below the elbow down. And both of her, one ear is fully missing. One ear looks like it's been snipped off at the top.
Massive.
One of her eyes looks like it can barely see from the scar tissue hanging down over it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
her hair is. Oh goodness.
What just happened?
Yeah. Her hair is in patches.
Yeah, there's places where she's been scalped.
Patches. Yeah, exactly. She looks like she's been scalped. Oh, are you coming up here? Okay.
Oh, that's my dog, by the way. Sorry, guys. That's PJ, Princess Jammies, and she is a wonder of grace and dexterity.
We could hear.
Very cute.
She's a gentle, sweet old lady that we adore.
She is.
Okay.
Also very noisy. but doesn't bark at all. Anyway, going back.
Jasmine like very gently reaches out and touches Penny's cheek. She doesn't know her name yet or anything like that, but you've been through a lot.
Well, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm worried. Are you okay?
My friend is dead. I don't know that I'm okay, no. But none of this is okay.
What does that mean? Dead?
Means he's not coming back. I won't be able to talk to him anymore.
But they said that it just meant that they were changed.
I think it depends on how you look at it. That is a kind way to look at death, that people move on to another place of existence. I'm not sure I believe it.
But Altana didn't. She came back, but she was different.
I'm not sure who this person is, but
Shauna, are we streaming?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yes.
it's not coming up on my Twitch. Oh,
Yeah,
there we are now. There we are now. Okay.
huh. I don't know this person that you're speaking of, so I don't know her situation, but my friend is gone.
She was my friend too.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank
I'm gonna hug you. Or Kelia will hug you too.
Strangely, it makes her feel better. She hugs her back. Okay, sure. She hasn't actually given or received a hug maybe since she was a child. But yeah, she's kind of she's
That
still
sounds like a sad existence.
yeah,
Yes, it
kind of
does.
sad. Yeah, but you know, at least she wasn't tortured.
You know,
All
everybody
these
has
things
their
are
small
relative.
wins.
Come with me. My other friends are in there. Maybe they can help you.
I don't know what can be done now. All I know is that the village elder here knew what was going on. He knew.
And this is his son.
And this is his son. My friend is his son.
Oh,
He's going to be very upset.
his son is gone.
Yes.
That's. I think some of my friends are gone too, so maybe I can help him feel better too.
Maybe. There are some people who may not want help. I hate to say that, but I don't know. It's worth trying. He didn't listen to his son. His son was telling him there was something wrong, and he didn't listen.
Or Kelia is going to scold him. I'm gonna try and help you stand up while you're talking.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try and
wipes her lips a little so that she doesn't,
Yes. Yeah. Penny smells horrible. I'm gonna take your friend and I'm gonna, with my one hand and my stump, you can see I'm trying to pick him up. Like I'm not.
She'll help if she can, but I don't know that she's strong enough to do it. He's a big boy.
I can struggle here.
Okay, both of you roll me a strength check.
Oh God.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Yes, this could be really good or it could be really bad.
I got a 19 on the dice, which is good because I have a 0 plus to my strength.
I got a 22. I got a 19 on the dice too.
Nice. Okay.
Go us.
With one of you under the feet,
Girl
one of you
power.
under the arms, you're able to get him up. This big burly kid.
Okay,
Okay, now that you have him, where do you take him?
I'm gonna take him over to the entrance of the wagon, and I'm gonna put him down gingerly by the steps to the side. So, and like very, very carefully make sure I want to make sure that he's comfortable as much as I can.
Just feel
And
like that's
then-
an interesting choice of words. I
Yeah.
gingerly placed the dead body in front of the.
I gotta make
And
sure.
made him comfortable.
Make sure he's comfortable because that's important.
Yes.
He could be uncomfortable in death, and I could
Oh, I
be
love it.
maybe.
I appreciate the thought. I do. I I think we need to I don't know what can be done for him, if anything. But there's something going on in this village, and there are people who need to be helped.
Yeah, there's the green light's going to hurt everybody.
That's what he was talking about, my friend. He said he was seeing green light.
You saw it? Did it touch him?
No, but there was a rat, I think, that was running through the undergrowth, and it was killing things as it went. Like it was just leaving this trail of dead stuff.
It doesn't. It destroys you.
What is that?
The alchemage made it.
He made it?
Yes.
How is that even possible? I'm not expecting you to know the answer. Don't worry. I don't know the answer, and it's very, very strange. I don't know, other than we need to move everyone in the village because it's getting closer.
Yeah. If it touches you, it will kill you and make you walk. It's not death. It's like it will destroy you. Destroy?
Well, I don't think we want to be destroyed, so let's see
No.
what we can do to not have that happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Penny kind of awkwardly stands there and like shuffles her feet for a second and then goes inside of the wagon.
Okay.
What? She's like,
Yeah, you might want to stay there. I think if people see you, that would not be good.
why? Oh,
I don't want anyone else to hurt you.
my ears. Yeah.
So, stay there for now. I mean, you're not forced to stay there, but it's probably a good idea. And I'll see what's going on and come back.
Okay.
Okay, and from here I'm going to switch to the guys for, what they're doing while this was happening inside. You guys are outside. Dead soldier over there, Orkelia is being distracted off to the side by something, and Grim is standing over this soldier as the village head has stepped in, come out of one of the huts, and several other people have started coming out of the huts and started screaming about the fire, and he hasn't really even had a chance to react yet to what the one soldier said as he ran by and then was shot and killed. So, what do you two do?
Cross, over here.
Turn around and look at him.
He's got his foot on a soldier who is, well, laying in a puddle of his own urine.
Yes. Do I see the buildings on fire?
Oh yes, it's fairly apparent. One on
And
either
the-
side of the
Oh, you got really quiet for a second there, Tanya.
That's because I was drinking coffee.
Oh.
That'll do it.
And Ellie has joined us.
Hi, Ellie.
Yay!
Hello.
Hey, should I duck out?
Huh?
Should I duck out? Because everybody else is not here?
You can duck out for a moment. Yes, I have something that's going to be going on with you specifically as you're outside and you get distracted.
Woo!
We'll come back to that in just a moment.
Cross, I caught one.
Cross makes his way over, but like while he's walking over, what are the people doing outside? Are they just freaking out, or are they?
Well, they started screaming for buckets and stuff, and a couple of the older men. There doesn't seem to be any young men in the village right now. They were probably out fishing and working. But the older men, a couple of them have started, and a couple of the women too, older women, have grabbed weapons or weapons. You know, one's got a pitchfork, one's got a scythe, but they're holding them like they're going to use them to defend themselves. And several other people, including all of the young children in the town. You don't know if it's all the young children, but a number of young children in the town have run for buckets and are running to go try and fill them in the swamp and then the wells just on the other side of town. So it looks like there's a couple of them that are looking at you guys as a threat, and the rest of them are looking at the fire as the threat. But they're not coming over to you. They're not like coming to attack you. I have a feeling that they're probably pretty afraid of you. You just killed soldiers that were armed. That's something they couldn't do.
Come on over.
I'm gonna as I'm walking over, I see these people who like could be better used putting out the fires instead of standing there, you know, with their pitchforks being useless. And kind of like puts up, you know, still holding the crossbow just because I have something I'm going to be doing with this. It's just like as he's walking up and he just looks at them and he's just like, look, we're not here to hurt you. Put out the goddamn fighters. It's more important. Protect your fucking town. And just like doesn't even care what they do, walks over to Grim and just immediately points the crossbow at the dude's face and is just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Oh, you can tell him what the other guy said. About the village elder?
Curious. Village elder, you say?
Yeah, he was in on it. He gave up the wagon.
Looks down at the guy. Is this true?
Village elder never had the wagon. We had the wagon. We needed a place to hide it until the alchemage came back.
Go on.
The village elder is a servant of Manon, and so is the leader of our land. And so they called upon a servant of the god to give them aid.
So he knew everything.
Not everything. He doesn't know what's in the wagon.
I don't think that he didn't know anything. At least not the extent. He's just being a...
Is there anything else we don't know? Or do you lose your head?
Look, I'm just a soldier. Do you think they tell me anything? They
I
say,
think
go
you've
over here
heard
and
me.
hold a pitchfork.
Shut your mouth, human. Tell us anything that we should know that you may have overheard. I'm sure you've overheard things. Right? He looks to Cross for like, am I doing this right?
Look, you might want to listen to him because I'm a pretty mean guy and he's taking the cake here.
Well, can I talk now? You told me not to
Now
talk.
you can.
Okay, you need to be clear.
Oh, I need to be clear.
I can't answer if you tell me not to talk.
You talked
Okay.
anyway, so does it matter? He picks him up.
Yeah, this guy knows he's dead anyway. And so he's just kind of pulling out some attitude.
Well, Grim picks him up, holds him up like this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a strength check?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's roll it.
I know Grim is very strong, but there's sometimes, balance and things
Yeah,
that can be
it's a
kind of
16
embarrassing.
16 on the die, so 22.
Okay. So yeah, you pick him up and he looks at you and you could just see in his eyes that he's given up.
This guy might let you go. He's done it before.
I'm just going to answer the questions. I don't
Good.
believe it. And then you'll kill me and I will be free of this. We're here with this contingent of alchemages. Miscula was going crazy. He's doing stuff he's not supposed to be doing. They sent us in to find out what it was. And when they found out that someone who Thorian trusted had stolen a bunch of his components, it seemed wise to get him and bring him in before they created problems in the world. If you've never seen alchemages fight over components, you've never seen a real war.
I've seen one die.
Then you have never seen a real war. So we're supposed to take them unharmed to Thorian. And then she would maybe be able to find out what on earth Miscula was doing with them.
Did I see I saw the two dead ones in the carriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it standard procedure to kill the components if you can't get them to your master?
Well, those were the orders, was to kill them if they were, rather than let them go back to Miscula. Because he's doing things that are illegal. He's doing things that would put everybody in danger.
It's a little late for that. Oh, good.
You know something?
Oh yeah. So I don't know if you've noticed. Have you seen the green on the horizon there?
Everybody's seen the green on the horizon.
That's the wee problem we've been dealing with. That's Miscula's doing, and we're trying to stop it, and you guys keep getting in our fucking way, and it's getting annoying.
How are you going to
one
stop
of your people
it?
back. Okay, I'm sick of his shit. I pull out my dagger and I shove it in his kneecap.
Okay. He screams. I can't see my number. Oh, Jesus, he rolled a 1. He screams, and piss falls onto your shoes. And blood.
Ew! Grim just kind of throws him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get up. I'm sick of his fucking attitude. I would like to just. I don't even care. I've walked through worse shit, literally.
Okay, roll me an insight check, both of you.
Oh,
13.
5.
All right, you guys are not into nuance right now. I get it. Okay, there were some things going on in him that you may have noticed, but you're too upset and you did not notice.
Cool.
So,
Notice shit.
but you have to admit his question was a fair one. How are you trying to stop it?
Actually, well, how are we trying to stop it?
We're trying to get. First of all, we need to get to a safe place, which at this point, I'm not really sure it is anywhere. But we got to get as far of it as we can. I thought we were going to, Orkelia was talking about dragons. We're talking
Dragons
about
aren't real.
According to her, they are. We've got. We were trying to go to. The alchemages themselves, but not reveal what we had, so that we could at least maybe get information. Because you never want to reveal your whole hand. You don't do that, in my experience. But we need to get somewhere. We also had the option of trying to deal with a lot of those books that we got down in the library and figuring out what we could do about this god. And if that could be helpful, we have options. But right now, we need to get the fuck away from here. And I'm sick of the alchemages getting in our goddamn way, sending soldiers that are just putting their. I get they're trying to do what they think they're trying, what is right for them, but it's getting in our fucking way. And that's the reason I let the other guy go so he could tell him to fucking.
Cross. Should we maybe get these people out of this village and away from the. What was it again? The miasma?
Yeah, the miasma.
Yeah, I think that's probably.
Let's do that.
Important now?
So, I'm gonna just walk over and grab a rope and tie it literally just around the dude's like
Roll me a
shoulders.
perception check.
That's a 19 plus. What is my perception? 7. So it's 26.
Okay. You'll notice as you go over to him, you were distracted for just a moment talking to Grim, that he's sitting there, he's shaking, he's crying, he's clearly scared half out of his wits, but he's also trying to hide behind his back something.
Show me what it is.
Yeah, what?
And he looks up at you and he says, "You want to go against the alchemages?" And he holds it out, and it's a little red stone, and coming out of the red stone is something that is an image of someone that you recognize. You've never seen, they never let you meet her in person, but you've worked for a few times, Cross. It would be the image listening very intently of Dame Thorian, of Alchemage Thorian, the leader of the free world for some.
Do I know what this is? Is this a communication device? Is it a...
Roll me a perception. Well, roll me a knowledge check. So you've never had one.
18.
Yes, actually it is. It's something that's so that if there's things going on that the alchemage can see with her own eyes or their own eyes. It's a pretty common bit of magic, what's going on through the lens of the gem. So it's like a lens. And it is a two-way communicator.
Fuck.
What?
And she
What's
says,
wrong?
Cross? Is that Cross?
Whoa! The little image person knows you.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes, it does.
Report. What's going on?
Report.
Alex, your face is perfect right now.
I'm gonna take a like my pack and just toss it over it so it covers it up so it can't see us and we can't see it anymore.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty dramatic statement. And that's what you hear as you're going, well, that's a pretty dramatic statement, as it goes over her. And you can
Was
no
it?
longer see and hear.
Okay. Right.
So she just heard everything I just said. Or at least I have to assume that she did.
Okay. Who?
We should grab that while it's covered, bring it inside, get and talk to everybody. Or we get the fuck out of here first. Because it's getting closer and we need to leave.
Okay, probably Orkelia would be best to talk to people to get them to leave?
Fair point.
She's good
Where
at
is
that,
she?
right?
And you guys hear a voice behind you. Where is my son? The old man says. The old man's voice.
Who is
Oh. Is this the elder?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
I wouldn't know.
Who has
that,
been
but-
crossing this the whole time.
This is the guy that knew that the soldiers were here.
Are you now?
Yes, it is perfectly legal for soldiers of the leader of our country to be anywhere they choose. And when they
Hmm.
call on you and you say no, your village gets destroyed.
Have we got news for you?
That's gonna happen anyway.
It is now.
I'll get
Not
the
in the way you
stone.
think.
Where is my son?
Look, sir, I don't know who your son is. I'm sorry. But you'll need to get. Are you in charge here?
Yes.
You're gonna need to get everybody, every man, woman, child, and you get. I don't care if you got wagons. I don't care what you got. You need to get them the fuck out of here right now.
To
Because you see
where?
that? Can I see it right now?
Roll me a perception check.
Uh,
Because I mean, there's buildings and the wall, a 6 foot wall,
17.
and brush in the way. Yes, you can. It's
Okay.
still a little ways, but you know it. You know how fast this can spread
Yeah,
if
depends.
something's heading in that straight direction.
Okay. And like he's like, you see that?
We've been
That's
seeing it
gonna
for
eventually.
days.
Well,
It kills everything it touches.
What he said.
Everything. And then it reanimates them? Is that the right word? Reanimate?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And then those things go out and kill other things. So everyone needs to leave.
All
Unless
right.
they want that.
I just rolled his intuition check, and he rolled a 19, and he is very wise. So that's a very high number.
Yeah, I don't have to persuade him.
And so
Yeah.
he believes you. Even though he doesn't know you, you guys just killed Thorian soldiers, which makes you enemies of the state, which would get them killed if they harbor you. And yet, beyond all that, with his 25 wisdom check, he believes you. He says, what brought this about? And where is my son? He hasn't come out.
First question. To answer the first question, that would be Miss Gilla. Second question, I don't know who your son is.
I don't either. Can you describe the kid? I've seen a few people.
And he turns to the people on this side and says, where is my son? As they're grabbing buckets and sloshing them on the buildings that are burning. And there's just a lot of mutters of confusion. We don't know. He was supposed to have classes with Jaswin, wasn't he? You know, said the 2 3 old. We saw Jaswin go into the building to teach him, but you know we haven't seen him since. I don't know. He's probably still in there learning. You know, he's got a crush on the girl. He's probably just paying and leering all over everything like boys do. Says one of the old women, who's toddling by with her bucket.
Grim has, at this point, wrapped up that red stone in a piece of cloth, hands that and your pack back to you.
And he says, "Okay, if this is
We
a
get
green danger, if this is a danger that caused magically by Miscula, where do we go? It's
Uh,
on 3 sides of us now. The only
then
place left is the ocean
that way.
or the mountains.
You're a,
Okay.
you
That's
guys
gonna-
don't have boats and you're a fishing village?
We do, but where would we go in the boats? They're short-term boats. They're not ones that could go clear around the continent.
Actually, gonna go. I might have to see the map again. They can't like go up the coast.
Well, I think at this point they need to cross the water to the other side.
Yeah, do you want to see the map again?
Sure.
Alrighty then. Give me 1 second to make sure the map is up. Alright, here we go. You are in the little town of Figgy, right here. This is the marshlands that go into the mountains that block this and make this the pathless.
Well, that's they could go through like they could go along the coast and like
Yeah.
just you know.
Yeah. The short-term boats, they would have to to land frequently. But there is a small village right here. Small village right here. These are ruins where they don't want to go for some
Did,
reason.
and also, did we see if the miasma went over water?
Um, you
Is that
have
something we
not been
saw?
anywhere that you've seen that yet.
Okay.
Well, it depends. Swamp water, you've seen it go over when it started to cover those ruins when you came out.
Huh.
Just trying to figure out if like water slows it down or if anything like that, or if it even like, because there's nothing for it to like consume on the surface of the water and it doesn't go underneath. So it's like maybe it doesn't.
I would
Who
say it
knows?
probably depends on if the body can go under the water and continue moving.
That's true. Well, I
Like
guess
that
it's
wonderful scene from Pirates of the
right.
Caribbean. Best scene in the thing
And
when
just,
all of them
well,
are
I don't
advancing
really
under
care
the
how you
ocean.
get out of here. Honestly, I don't even know who you people are. I'm sorry. You want to blame this on us? Sure. Yeah, I'll even take responsibility. I gotta call her later anyway. He holds up the little like red like the thing in the.
Like he could have done that.
So, you either take your boats, you go along the coast, or do you find some way to get through the mountains? We're going through the mountains because we don't have boats, so I'm not trying to take yours.
All right.
Where's
Your
everyone else?
argument with Thorian will be with Thorian, not me. Go. And he starts shouting. He steps back, and it's like you guys have melted from his attention. Instead, he's like starting to give orders to the children. Oh, there's much fewer children now for some reason. And to the old men, go to the coast and get the ones who are out on the boats. We need them to bring them in. You start grabbing supplies from the town. We'll need food, we'll need clean water. Well, and he starts to organize that. And where is my son? He says
Yeah, where's his
many
son?
times. And at that point we've caught you up, I think, to where Jasmine and Penny are coming out towards the wagon with the dead body, and we're going to go over to Orkilia, get her caught up.
Haha.
Hey, everybody.
Aha! So Arkelia, you came running out of the warehouse when last we were here after all that went down. You saw Cross kill the one running away soldier. You saw the headmaster, the fires. And then, as you're like taking all of this in, you hear a small voice behind you. And it says, it's a very childlike voice, and it says, Are you Orkilia the Great? Bard extraordinaire? Are you that person?
I mean, I think I'm pretty great, so.
My brother is a big fan of yours.
Oh my God.
He saw you performing twice in villages, and he told us all about it, and he drew your picture in the sand, and he told us that you are this. Oh my God, I think I'm gonna cry.
I think I am too.
This is the kid. And he starts shouting to the, hey, Jiminy, come here. Hey, Mari, come here. And all of a sudden,
Yes, children.
they start
come,
coming.
everybody.
Children come and they start to gather around you. And the fire, they're burning there. And there's a dead body cat behind you that Cross is shot. And
It's fine.
you have this, and their eyes are this big, and they're like, it's Orkilia the Great.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, I'm Orkilia.
Orkilia the Great. Could you sing us a song?
Oh,
My brother especially liked your song about the
Yeah,
cows.
which one's your brother?
Oh, he's not here anymore. He went to another village. He got a job.
Oh, right.
But his name, and maybe you remember him because he kind of tried to follow you for a little while from to the different villages and stuff.
Huh?
Yeah. And you get the feeling he was your super fan,
Ah,
which means you have no idea who it was
not a clue.
and stuff. But his name was Morgan.
Morgan. Yeah, Morgan face. He's what a great face, that Morgan. Yeah.
You remember. Oh, he'll be so happy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So can you play a song for us?
Sure.
There's like now there's seven little eyes, sets of eyes looking up at you very hopefully because you're very tall. So even the taller children still have to look way up at you. Orkilia the Great. Oh, I hear that she can set the entire swamp on fire with her music.
Absolutely. And you know what? It looks like right here, right now, with all this fire and brimstone and everything going on, we need a little bit of a smile. So everybody gather around, gather around, gather around. I have a song from the greatest queen themselves. And it goes a little something like this. I see a little silhouette.
It works for me. And the kids they're stomping and screaming along, and one of them is like, wow!
I'll actually sing. But every time it's just been such a good goof.
Roll me a performance check. I mean, this is it has been a stressful situation.
Well, that is a 19 on the die because
Okay.
yeah, so that's a 28.
Sing. So what we have, we get a power pose with your, do you pull out your flute or your lute or?
It's definitely on the lute. So if you can imagine Bohemian Rhapsody just purely on lute and lead vocals.
Oh yeah, and power poses and
then throwing her voice every now and again for the literally the Scaramouche moment. So just like Scaramouche, and it's just chaos. You can hear her voice from like behind the child's ear over there, but is it coming from over here? You don't know, but there's a person rocking like it's a literal electric guitar.
And two of the little girls start crying. Oh, she's the best. And one of the little boys is like, I will love you forever. And it's like, you've never
in a couple years, kid.
But you don't get this like you should get this.
No, I do not.
Because you're dealing with drunken villagers 90% of the time.
Children.
And you didn't know that you were a real musician that people really liked.
Yeah, that's news.
It's kind of cool. And they are just completely wrapped with your singing. And when you finally finish the song, they're like, that was one of the two little girls, they're still crying. That was the best thing ever. And I think could you play more?
Oh, more. I just want to take a quick glance over the chaos around me because this is great. She's not going to forget that she like seconds ago was trying to save a bunch of components, two of whom died, and then one of her group people got shot. And there's a lot of bad
things happening over there. So as you peek over there, you see that the villagers are being mobilized. A tall villager that's probably the village older man, has come over to where Cross and Grim are standing in front of this now bleeding and injured bleeding and injured soldier who is on the ground. And but the villagers are getting mobilized to fight the fires.
I apologize for the distraction. My cats have decided to jump on top of my wardrobe and knock this off, and so I feel it is appropriate that I should be putting it on right now.
I think you should, because you are Orkilia the Great.
I'm Orkilia the Great right now, singing queen.
That is exactly right.
So we're gonna... one of the kids makes this for me really quickly, and I have to immediately just put it on my head.
Yep. Oh, exactly. Exactly when it's like, oh, would you take this? And there's like a macaroni necklace too. And stuff.
I love it. I love jewelry. This is great.
And it's like, and they're looking at you with like real appreciation. Did you hear how she did those high notes? Nobody can sing those like her.
Oh.
And she's so tall. It's like she's a god.
I'll take it. I'll take that right now.
Says the bard. Yes.
Yeah, definitely a god. When someone says you're a god, you say yes.
Yes, that is exactly right. Okay, and so yes, your little fan club, they would sit there and listen to you forever. What do you choose to do?
You just interrupt me whenever you need to. I was just looking up some lyrics.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering where I was at. Okay. So she strums a couple of chords just to get an idea. A matchbox of our own.
There we go.
With real chain link.
Oh, it's a love song.
A grill out on the patio. Disposal in the sea.
Yay! Says the little girls.
And a dryer and an ironing person. It's a house that we share somewhere that's green. I can go on from there.
Yeah, yeah. But and they're screaming. At this point, Grim and Cross, roll me perception checks.
Perception check.
Yes.
My cat really loves it when I sing, so you'll notice she immediately jumped in front of my face.
Oh,
Right?
Which is the perfect thing.
It's very
This is a cat
16.
positive game.
that's a 6 for me.
Okay, Grim, you are so focused on what's going on, you don't even pay attention. Cross, you would recognize that voice anywhere. Why Orkilia is singing right now, you have no
I'm
idea.
used to her yelling at me.
But this is singing, and you know what? It's actually really good.
All right, Cross, because he needs to go find the rest of everybody. Anyway, makes his way over, and does she notice him?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, Cross is going. So Grim is going to drag the soldier along. Follow after.
Joel's soldier is screaming in pain. Ah! Ah! I can't run away. Why are you doing this? You're just a torturer, aren't you?
No, I just thought you'd want to come along.
How are you dragging him?
I imagine Grim just picked him up by the collar of
And
his
he's just
armor
like, yeah.
and just like, doo-doo-doo.
All right.
I was really hoping I wasn't going to, and so the universe said, "Hey, that's a nat bad."
There you go. There you go. You're lost in the music. And it's been a long time now. It's been at least 7 days since you've had a chance to sing, really,
The
anything.
last time she tried to play music, a bunch of things died.
Yeah, and fire and zombies and God knows what. So this is just really quite cathartic.
Yep.
Yep. So Cross, she does not notice you at all as you're coming up.
So, are her like eyes closed and everything?
Oh,
yeah.
she's powering it and the whole thing. And you'll note she has 7 children in a semicircle around her that are wrapped and clearly really loving this music.
Cross is gonna walk over and sit down like amongst the children, just cross-legged, and just
Oh no.
and just waiting for her to notice.
What's going on? Are we?
I hold my
Hold on.
action.
Oh,
Because there's a really okay, you're gonna sit down to the end of the song. And we're gonna see if I can figure out lyrics that fit this. I am his December bride. His father, he knows best. Our kids play howdy doody as the sun sets in the west. A picture out of better homes and garden parchment. Far from my asthmas, I dream we'll go somewhere not green.
And the kids go wild and they're like screaming and the girls are crying. Oh, that was so romantic. Were you singing it for him?
What? No, what? No. What are you doing here? What the hell are you doing here? Oh, this is for them.
Grim kicks the soldier.
Last bit of that, we really should get away from the green. And kind of just looks like this.
Rain. on
Clap.
your break.
Clap.
God, what a perfect song to pick. I was singing it on the drive here too. That's why I was like, hold up.
So it's like, okay, now I just DM aside. As someone who's been acting for a very long time, I've actually been in that play, both as Audrey and as Audrey too.
Audrey's a dream role.
It is a dream role. It's a lot of fun. It was also at that point Shauna's first time on stage. She was 3 years old and she crawled out
Oh, I
against the
remember.
director's world during that particular song and that dance.
Cute.
Yep. All right.
Nobody needs to know that story.
Yeah, too late. Anyway, moving on. So there's Cross sitting with the children. The children are so happy. They're like this and stuff. There's the green light on the horizon. There's dead people behind you. There's the buildings. The fires are slowly getting put out, but they are kind of burning. And now the headmaster, as you're listening, is starting to yell for people to start gathering in, the fishermen and stuff they have to evacuate.
Yep. You hold on to this, and we should get going.
And who do you hand that to?
The girl who was talking about her brother.
Okay. She's like, I will treasure it forever.
Absolutely.
Could you sign it?
Yeah. Give me just a quick second.
Just like quick quill and like
Yep.
things she always has on her. It's just like
Well, she's a bard.
Cross is just enjoying this, like just what, like.
it's 2M scribbles.
Yeah.
Much love, Orkelia.
The great.
P.S. The great.
It's literally now P.S. the great.
There you go. And she's like, I will treasure it forever. Do you think you could build me a case for it? She says to the little boy next to her. No, you can't touch it. He's like, can I touch it? No, you can't touch it. It's mine.
All right,
That's
just
what you're
remember, kid. Always run away from the green. Green's not great when it's coming at you out of the mist. All right, good. Evacuate with everybody. Let's go.
And the kids reluctantly get up and start moving away. And then they start to notice what's happening. And you can start to see the joy on their faces start to fall and get suffused with fear instead, as they run to the elders of the town, which are the only ones here. All of their parents are out working. And what do we do? What do we do? And they have run off to them, and leaving the four of you, counting the screaming soldier,
Yep.
who was
We're going
interrupting
back.
your
I'm assuming we're,
performance,
like,
by the way. As at the end,
Ignored it.
he came up at the end.
Missed
As
it.
Grim drags him up, and
It's kind of like he's
that
dragging
moment,
his.
Penny and Jasmine come to the
Security
door
blanket.
of the warehouse in the front of the wagon. Roll me a perception check to see if you notice that.
Is a
Oh, come on.
5.
18.
8.
Grim is just really sidetracked by all this drama today.
Would you shut up?
The other two of you notice Penny and the woman who was fighting the soldiers when you first got there come to the front of you can see her through the big open warehouse doors to the front of the wagon.
Cross kind of just gestures like we should go,
Oh,
Are we bringing Screamy McScreamer down here?
oh, should I not?
He's like, stop! He's torturing me. Don't you have any heart in you, any of you?
Grim's just dragging him along like a security blanket.
Oh! 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 You're torturing me! You guys, you're supposed to be... Don't you serve the Alchemarchy? Come on, you're supposed to save me! He says
we
to the
shut him
people as
up?
What happened?
Stop
Probably
it.
you just like flicked his head and knocked him out.
I did. I just.
Amazing.
It's like, ow! Somebody save me! Thorian will guard you really well. These rebels,
I don't
think
these
we knocked
rebels
them out.
should be killed.
Pretty sure Thorian doesn't give a flying fuck about you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So either you can shut the fuck up, or we can kill you,
Or you could let me go.
or we could kill you.
You're gonna
we
kill
let-
me anyway if you don't let me go.
If we let you go, you're just gonna die. You might have a
Could you all
chance with
just shut the
us.
fuck up? So like, can we just go inside?
Sure. Grim walks
Cool.
inside, drags him along.
As they're
This
walking
image.
across over his shoulder, looks at Orkilia and goes, "So, Orkilia the Great, eh?"
I mean, I am pretty great.
Nah.
She just walked past with the hair.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it gets him right in the face.
For a minute, though, you had a crown,
I know she gave it up.
and you gave it up. That's got to say something about your personality there.
All right.
Yeah.
So
All right.
we're at the door, or we're meeting them, and we're just like,
Okay, so Jasmine and Penny, the rest of your group come to the door of the warehouse where you are in front of the wagon. And Jasmine, as you get there, you hear the headmaster, as he will always be in your head for some reason, shouting, "Where's my son? You go get that bucket. Get the fire. You go get the, he's giving the orders. You go get the fishermen at the dock there. You go get the farmers and bring them in. We've got an emergency, and we need everybody to come in. Where's my son?" And he starts calling the boy's name. Garion, where are you? You know who he's talking
She knows that the others are coming. She can see them coming, but she needs to take care of this. So, and she doesn't want the tortured elf woman to come with, because she doesn't really want her to be seen by anyone. That could be dangerous for her. So she's going to just say, "I'll be back." And she's going to go and meet the headmaster.
Oh, hi.
As she walks, you see Grim and Cross and Orkilia coming towards you as you walk out past them to the
Hello?
headmaster.
I'll be back. My friend is dead. He's the son of the village elder, and he needs to know.
Oh.
That's
Oh
gonna be a bad
"Oh,
no.
that's
It's not going to be a good thing. No. And he's going to be upset. So you folk may not want to be seen right now.
yeah." You have fun with that.
Yeah, thank
Good
you.
luck.
So she's going to go take her lumps.
Okay.
Basically, she's going to the headmaster, and she's just going to get his attention and just say, "Garion, it's my fault. He's dead. He was protecting me from the soldiers.
Why were the soldiers attacking you?
He wanted to see what was in the barn, and when he went in, they threatened to destroy the village."
I see. How bad is he dead?
Well, it just happened recently. I don't know how dead you mean.
Show me.
Mostly dead.
Mostly
He's
dead.
only mostly dead.
Only mostly.
Boy.
I don't. He seemed dead to me. I don't know.
Hi, welcome to our Princess Bride podcast.
There's dead, and then there's dead.
I didn't know there was a degree.
And then I would shame your wife.
Okay,
But
moving on.
sure, she'll bring him. She'll bring him to the
You see-
the body. Yeah.
You guys all see Jasmine and the head of the village walk right past you as you're coming towards the front of the wagon to the front of the wagon, and he sees the body propped there. It's the young man Cross that you saw when you first came in, and he is much smaller now, more normal size. Still big though, big strapping young man, about 18. Clearly dead.
He looks comfy.
Yes, he's been set up against the wagon
was-
kind of tenderly.
I would like to roll a perception check to see how gingerly he was placed in the position.
Okay.
Is it gingerly enough?
Well, you want to make sure he's comfortable.
Yeah, we really.
Well, the
gotta make
ranger
sure he's
could tell.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're only mostly dead, when you wake up, you want to be comfy.
Absolutely.
Don't want him to have a crick in his neck.
Oh, that's the worst.
When rigor
That is the
mortis sets
worst.
in, man, that's a bitch to.
Mhm. Yes, it is.
All right. I noticed that. I'm like, I'm going to resist because I probably could have saved him. I chose to have other priorities. I'm just because I like to do this.
Oh dear.
Make a roll for me whether I look like I guess I'll pick low or high. Whether you see him kind of get a look of regret, and then everybody can kind of roll to see if they want to notice that.
Okay.
Well, Penny's in the wagon, so she don't see shit.
But Jasmine will.
I guess I could roll a deception check.
Yeah.
Grim apparently isn't noticing anything today.
Okay, well, you guys that are right there, low or high?
Hi.
I'll go low
Oh.
then.
Those of you who chose low, you do notice a change in Cross's face. Those of you who went, I do not.
Orchidea never notice it.
Yeah.
Julia
Oh
never notices
God, Grim's the
Cross showing
worst
any
person to
kind of
notice.
remorse
thing.
or doing good things.
Yet,
Hey, Cross, you okay?
Well, she might notice this expression on his face, but she doesn't know him, so she has no idea why he would have that expression on his face.
No, I not to negate the suggestion, but truly, it's so much better if she just straight up doesn't notice.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
For all of the progression of everything thus far.
So far.
Not notice.
in
Cross,
response
what's
to-
up? You okay?
Yeah,
He's
I'm fine.
fine. Let's
Shut
go.
up.
Okay.
I'm just concerned, that's all.
No, it's not your fault. I just leave it alone.
Jazz is concentrating on the head guy and bringing him to his son so he can say
Right.
his proper farewells as far as she knows.
Well, and he kneels down in front of the sun, and it's with his creaky knees. You can tell it's hard for him to do that, but he gets down there. He's like, Carrion, you are such a fool. And you can see his whole body is tense, like he's not trying to show, his face is very stiff. He's not trying to show the emotion. I can only do this once, and I will do it for you. You idiot. Manon, why did you give me an idiot for a son? And he pulls out of his robe this very carefully wrapped package. Everybody roll me a perception check to see those of you who are paying any attention to what's
big old
happening there.
Cross ain't paying attention to shit.
17.
I'm right there, and I rolled a 6.
A 9.
I'm a
could be
little
that-
distracted. Tears are fogging up her eyes. That's what's
Yeah,
happening. She's
could well be the case.
tears.
Well, and
15.
not wanting to look at the dead, and this grief that you know is here. People don't like to watch grief. It makes sense. What did you roll, Orchilia?
15.
15?
1-5.
Okay, so
She saw death, and it made her throw up.
yeah. So,
yeah.
Orchilia and Grim, you notice that the headmaster's pulling this little package out. Grim, you're the only one that notices what's in it as he pulls it out because you're on the other side, I guess. And it is actually a holy symbol.
Oh.
Or, well, you may not be able to identify it as a holy symbol, but you might. Okay, you're pretty extensively read. So roll me a knowledge check, knowledge religion.
Okay. Religion. Oh. Well, where is that?
It's just all
Okay.
knowledge
Okay.
right now.
Nope. 4.
Okay, yeah, you have no idea. He pulls out a symbol that looks like it looks like a coin, only with ornate things inscribed on it. But it's definitely like a kind of a large coin. And he holds on to it for a second. And then he reaches forward, and you all see this because it's such a heavy movement. Anybody that's looking, anyway, I'll let you decide if you're looking or not. And he opens the boy's mouth and puts the coin on his tongue and then closes it and starts a ritual. And those of you who know magic understand that this is a ritual. And he starts keening and speaking in words that you don't understand for 10 minutes. Okay, so you guys have a while to go be doing stuff if you would
about-
like to.
Anybody
not
see
gonna
that
3 minutes.
coin?
About 3 minutes in, Orkilia is just kind of like getting a little more and more impatient of like, I don't know what's happening, but man, is it taking? We don't have this kind of time. And then it's very much okay. So where's Penny? So-
During that first 3 minutes, Grim will go up to each and every person there and be like, "So what was with the coin that he put in the kid's mouth?" Just because he wants to know.
Go ahead.
So, anybody see that? The coin that he took out of that package and put in the kid's mouth?
Which one of us are you asking?
I will go one by one. So I'll go Cross first, I guess.
Would I have any knowledge of this? Also, Cross is working on the wagon to make sure it's ready to go when we want to leave.
Okay. So Cross has left the little group around the headmaster and is now working at the wagon. So you have to move over to him to say this, and you're working on the wagon. And he asks the question. How do you answer?
Do I make a knowledge check to know
Yes.
if I have any? Okay.
Yeah.
I describe the coin to you.
13 plus knowledge, religion, or
Well, in this case, yes, but this is the main god of the land, so you would know what this holy symbol is. It's a
Okay.
symbol of Manon, the head god of the land, the lawful good, god of money and commerce.
I have a +5, rolled a 13, so that's an 18.
Yep. Yeah, you know what that is. It's a holy symbol. for
Would I
Manon.
understand what the act of putting the coin on the tongue means? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay,
I might
with the 18?
recognize. Yeah.
Yes, they sometimes they do that often for burials for the dead to help them pass over to Manon more easily. But if it's bigger, if it's an actual holy symbol and not just a little coin, he could be using it for something like a healing spell or a raise dead or something clerical, which would mean that he's a cleric.
Well, and you said it's bigger than a coin, like it's more like a.
About this big.
Okay, so he's most likely a cleric, I'm assuming, because it's probably his holy symbol. So he's God, I'm such an idiot. Okay, well, I feel a lot better now. He's bringing him back, most likely.
Like with magic?
But like a different kind of magic. So like there's.
Oh yeah. Oh, I understand. You have arcane magic. You have nature magic, and then you also have like holy magic, right?
See, you know a lot more than people give you credit for.
I'm very well read.
Achilles needs to give you a fucking break.
I just don't understand things here. That's all.
It takes time. You really can't learn it unless you're around the people, and that's just the only way to really learn how to do it.
Yeah, but I need to try harder. I need to find a better way to fit in. Because apparently you don't bite people's ears off.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen some. Hey, people will do anything in a fight to win, you know.
Oh, well, yeah. I guess I had already won. Hmm.
Trust
Okay.
me, it's not the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, good. Good. Huh. I feel much better.
I mean, maybe not every time, or just don't do it all. You know, don't make it a habit. But
Well, I don't want to upset Penny. Speaking of which, where is Penny?
I don't know. I haven't seen her.
Maybe Orkelia
Maybe
has.
you should find Penny. I'll get the wagon fixed. Then we can get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Hello?
Oh,
She's
hi.
in the wagon.
What?
She's in the wagon.
Oh, you know Penny?
I'm assuming that you mean the little, well, I shouldn't describe her here.
About this tall?
Yeah, she turned into a were creature, like a big.
Okay,
That's Penny.
That's Penny.
Okay, yes, she was very much nicer than the were creature that she turned into after she was back.
Well, hi. Who are you?
Hi. My name's Jaswin. I was, well, fighting with, unfortunately, his son. He was protecting me, so I'm kind of responsible for this happening.
No, I don't think you're responsible. I think those soldiers are responsible.
Pretty sure that's not how responsibility works.
Also, I'm
Also, when I show up,
Grim is about to introduce himself, and he's like, and then he looks over at Orkelia, looks at Cross, and then he's like, Grim.
Nice
That's
to
Grim.
meet you.
I'm
Grim.
Orkelia. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, Orkelia. Hello. You look really familiar. She's looking at Cross. Yeah, I think Doolin?
Doolin. No, this is
He's
Cross.
really confused because like his eyes almost are just like because like he never uses that name ever. Like that's not something he tells a lot of people, and he's just like almost like eyes open and almost kind of like pushes like Orkelia and Grim out of the way. Do I have to make a strength check for that?
Yes, you do.
we're both very large.
Just
Yes.
almost
Grim
trying
is
to, like,
very
like,
heavy.
Trying to like shove them out so he can like whisper like to her. But let's see what I roll here. 14 plus 3 is a 17.
Okay, you guys roll me opposing strength checks.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's a 10. So you definitely move me. But I'm gonna argue that means I don't have to roll perception to see how you're reacting.
Yes, exactly.
I rolled an 18, but Grim is trying to pick up on cues. Like, in this moment, more than any other, he's like trying to be like more normal.
All right, roll me an insight check.
Or maybe he just goes with it.
Yeah, maybe not.
13 on the die, so 15.
I will give you the choice to decide.
It takes him like a second. Like, Cross goes to push him out of the way, and Grim's like, huh? Oh! and then he like steps back.
And then Cross just kind of like almost like grabbing her by the thing, like bringing, and just like, how do you know that name?
I think I might have met you when I was a child. A lot of years ago. At
What?
a dinner of some kind. I think you were introduced as the Demon Black.
Yeah, that'd be me.
Orkelia, what's happening?
I was pretty young, so you probably didn't even know I was in the room.
On his question, one, can I hear this? And two, if I can, should I roll to have ever heard of this other moniker?
Roll me a perception check for hearing.
Actually, yeah, Grim's trying to listen too, so.
Oh,
With, and in this case, Orkilia, because he did push you away and he is whispering with disadvantage.
All right, I rolled a 3 on deception, so
So yeah, he's not very sneaky at all.
I rolled a 3.
So let's get
plus
rid of the
5,
disadvantage.
but
You're just
still.
fine. No
It's
disadvantage.
a,
great.
it's a
That is 19.
Okay.
That's an
24 for Grim.
Okay, so both of you hear this nice and clearly.
And then, do I know that other name?
The Demon Black.
Yeah.
Roll me a separate perception check for that.
Would it be perception or like knowledge?
Or that would be, well, that would be knowledge, yeah.
Well, that's pretty good on the die. Let's see what my knowledge is. Is that just intelligence then?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's another 19. So it's pretty good.
All right. Oh, so good. Yeah. Yeah, actually, because you've been traveling around and you've been
That was my
playing at
idea.
all the different villages and stuff. And sometimes they'll talk about the Demon Black went through. And the sense you got is that he was one of Thorian, much like Big Hell, one of Thorian's most accomplished hunters.
Mhm.
And they
God,
called
Dale
him
is
that
just
because
feeding into
he
her
was
horrible perception of me.
Yeah.
you know you're meant to be together, right?
I was like,
It can't be this bad without that. No, I'm
tell
joking.
me
I'm totally
every
joking.
bad thing that I would have heard about this.
Oh, it's not. I mean, they're not bad things, but it was definitely, he was scary because he didn't interact with the people very much. He was just like this shadowy form that slipped in, got information, and then slipped out with, and, the word on the street was he always got his prey, but once. And nobody talks about the once because they're too afraid or maybe they don't know. But the Demon Black was one of Thorian's best hunters. And very young for his reputation as well.
Yeah, Orkelia definitely just crosses her arms
And you know what
full on
hunter
glare.
means for the alchemages is a hunter of escaped components.
Yeah.
Just so she wasn't. Jasmine was not like screaming this.
No.
I mean, it's
No, but that's
totally
why-
fine that they saw that they heard, but like she was as soft as
As
Cross
he was,
when-
right. Being
it's not like she's
respectful.
trying to spread this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they just rolled really good for hearing.
Yeah.
I haven't used like my real name in forever because of obvious reasons. You don't want everybody knowing who you are, where you came from, especially in a position of mine. Would I be able to discern from that someone knowing my real name to where this could have taken place?
Maybe not where specifically, but you could do a time frame. You went by your real name at first when you got into the business, and the Demon Black was the persona you were developing to intimidate people and get them to work for you and do the things that you needed them to do to succeed at your job to get off the streets. You stopped using your real name at all, or your first name, probably in your early 20s, so it would have had to have been before that. So when you were brand new. And at that point, there's been a lot of different, the dinners that were held for you were generally by, city officials going, you have permission to hunt in our city, or alchemage households, or, saying, yes, you have permission to hunt across our lands, because you had to get permission so they didn't hunt you for, and generally since it was, once you started working for Thorian, with the lesser alchemages, that was a problem. But once you started working for Thorian, that became much easier because everybody's afraid of her. Um,
So,
so
so as soon as I put all of that together and Grim has asked me what's going on, Orkeli's just gonna put her hand on his arm and go like, come with me. Because we're gonna have a private conversation elsewhere.
Right.
You guys can have yours. No matter what that may be.
okay.
Bye.
He kind of like sits back, like, like lets go, and he's just like, I haven't used that name in 10 years.
It's been a long time since I've seen you, if you are the person I'm thinking of. And you seem to be. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
So
cause
wait.
trouble with your friends.
No, don't worry. So what did you say you saw me?
It would have been at one of my family dinners at some point. I was pretty young, maybe 15.
Who were you? Sorry, who's your family?
Well, I haven't been home in a long time myself. And truth be told, I kind of left on bad terms.
Fair enough. Well, you're correct. That would be me.
What brought you out here?
Originally, doing my job. But there's been some developments, and I think I'm done with that job.
What kind of developments? What is going on with this green stuff in the horizon there? What is that?
We don't exactly know. It's definitely came from the only person who even has remotely any idea of like really what happened to this Penny. She was there.
Oh. Well,
And apparently seems to be unaffected by it. But what we do know, it's moving this way. It's moving in every direction from the origin. And anything it touches, it either kills or I'm not sure if it definitely kills the vegetation, kills the vegetation, but touches a living thing, it either kills it or it takes it over or something, because it's not itself anymore, and it tries to touch and bring anything else near it, but it's like it's mindless, like it's no longer there.
my friend who was defending me, he showed me a mouse or a rat or something that was running around in the field out there, and it went through the vegetation, and all of the things it touched died, and it was bringing this green film with it. I don't know what it was. It was very, very strange.
So anything it touches, like I said, it touched a few of our companions, including the green one you saw there. Apparently you can resist it, but according to them, it's the most painful thing you'd ever felt in your goddamn life.
Well,
Like it's
I
trying
don't
to
want to
suck
touch it.
Like according to you haven't met him yet. Actually, we don't know where he is, which is concerning. Ramiel said it was like having his soul ripped from his body. So I don't really want that to happen to me or really any.
I don't think any of us do. No. But that means it's heading here, which means
Yeah, we need to go.
Yeah.
So
Although I'm hoping that this is gonna work, that the my friend is gonna be alive again.
well, yeah, he's doing a resurrection spell. He should be fine.
Is that what that is?
Okay,
Okay, I didn't know he could do something like that.
I mean, I don't know either, but according to Grim, he put the large coin, but it's like a small coin, that's funeral rites. The large coin's most likely a religious symbol, so that's what he's going to be. So At least that's what I'm assuming. That's why the fuck would he be doing that? I don't.
Okay, well, hopefully it works, and then we can all get out of here. I don't know if you want. Well, I mean, Grim is out and about, and Orkelia, is that her name? Yes.
Yeah, that's her name.
She's out and about.
She doesn't
I
like
just,
me.
but Penny, I don't think you should let be seen just yet.
That's the general consensus. We try to.
She's a lot sweeter than she has any right to be, actually.
You notice that?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, Penny, you're inside the wagon that they're standing outside of. Roll me a perception check.
I got a 1 on the dice.
Okay.
Which
You're
means
too
it's
focused
8.
on your friends and you hear nothing.
Look,
Yeah.
Away.
You're asleep?
We're going to be coming back to you in just a moment
look.
for what you're doing in the wagon.
I don't know if you're with these people or if you're what you're doing here.
I've been
I
a
honestly-
teacher here for years now.
Teaching what?
Reading books. Not many of them knew how to read.
You know, it's pretty noble of you.
It was something I could do. It was pretty much the only thing I could do. They took me in when I fled.
Well, I know. Sorry, I don't mean to rush. We are in a bit of a hurry.
Mm.
Look, I don't know what we're doing about this. Like, I don't trust. I've worked for them for years. I don't trust them. And I feel like this is finally. Look, never mind.
They were going to kill this entire village because
Yeah.
we discovered what they were doing in that barn.
So, you're welcome to their villagers apparently taking the boats, going to try to go along the coast. We're going through the mountains. I'd have to talk to everyone else, but hey, the more the merrier. That's what I say. So,
Well,
it's your
we'll
choice.
see what happens with my friend here, and I don't know if I belong here anymore. But I'll think about it.
Fair enough. No, I'm going to make sure this wagon's in working order, so when we're ready to leave, we can.
All right.
Okay.
And
from
she'll
here,
go back to where the village elder is. And she's not going to interrupt or anything, but she's going to watch
the
what's
ritual.
happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Inside the wagon, Penny. While all of this has been going on, you went in the wagon, so
Hello.
you've had some time. What are you doing?
So when Penny first gets in the wagon, she's going to check the owlbear and the minotaur and
Mhm.
see if there is nothing. Like she has a couple of those good berries that got squished in her pockets,
Mhm.
and she's going to try and feed it to them, and then feed the other ones to the others in there, and then see if everybody's okay, and just be like, she's going to take the owlbear and like sit on the floor of the wagon and put him in her lap as much as she can, and get the minotaur as close as she can, and she's just going to like pet them with her one hand and like hum a little song to them, and she's trying to, make them peaceful and happy because they were her friends.
Yeah. They don't eat the berries. The berries just sit in there. But the others do.
Okay.
And
And she's
after a
just
minute,
gonna
you feel a little hand come up on kind of uncertainly and tap onto your knee and then move up to your shoulder and kind of pat it.
I'll take the hand that's petting the stump, I guess, and I'll like,
Yeah.
where's my kobold?
He didn't make it, lass. He didn't make it at all. He was too injured. When they started moving us too fast, he tried to bite them. He tried to fight them,
Mm,
and he didn't make it. You realize that's Anti-Mog. That's the Hobbit.
yeah. Oh, what did they do with him?
I don't know. They took him out of the wagon. Maybe they buried him. Maybe they packed him up to take him back to Thorian. I don't know. However, I have a secret.
What's the secret?
I figured out a way to unlock the chains. And I figured as soon as we got out this village, when they weren't paying attention inside the wagon, I was going to get everybody out. And then we was going to attack them and we was going to fight. Well, I was going to fight. The others were probably going to flail around. You know how they are. But I was going to fight, and that might be enough.
I'm glad that you're okay and that you don't have to fight.
Oh, I have a feeling we're all going to have to fight before the end.
Yeah.
You feel the little hand, blind hand, come up and pat your face and like your eye and says, "Are you crying, lass? Are you crying?"
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I was crying too. This one here, the Minotaur, they didn't let us have any names. I think he was like C123 or something. I have no head for
He was
numbers.
component 428.
Yeah. And he was always such a good lad. I mean, he would lift us when we needed it as we were going up the stairs. And several times I tripped and he would just lift me right up. Did not even have to say nothing. In fact, I don't think he had a tongue left anymore, so I don't think he could say nothing anymore. But
He would sneak little pieces of his like of the bread to me, even though I didn't need it.
he
And
was
he
a
was
good one.
nice. Before they took out his tongue, he would tell me what it was like in the sun because it was a long time before I.
Yeah. Well, sadly, I won't see the sun anymore either. But I still have my tongue. I don't know why they didn't remove it, honestly.
That's okay.
As much as I used it, give him a tongue lashing, especially that Donner folk. He wasn't a bad sort either. Whatever happened to him?
He saved me.
He saved you.
Mm.
Yeah, I always wondered if he had it in him somewhere.
They took me to the chamber, bad chamber, and they were going to do something bad to me, and
Something more bad to you than what they've done already?
they were gonna stab me with this knife that I've never seen before. But I grabbed a chisel and I stabbed him with it, and that's when the green light happened, and the Donner grabbed me and got me out of there. Don't tell anyone. But I
Why?
think it's my fault.
Well, I would think it would be Muscula's fault for calling the magic up. I don't think you could do that. Could you do that? Are you magic?
Yeah,
Were you doing it on purpose?
no,
Then I think it was Muscula's magic. And I think he was a damn fool trying to do things. I mean, how many spells of his did I see go wrong before he took my eyes and I couldn't see anything? He was just
don't know.
shite. He was shite at it, I tell you.
He was bad. Swore a lot.
Yeah. Was he still wearing that awful, awful hairpiece? When they
Yeah,
took my eyes, that was my last thought. I won't ever have to see the hairpiece again. The hand leaves your face and pats you on the shoulder and says, "All right, girl, enough being maudlin. They're in a better place. They're out of pain. Let's take care of these ones that aren't."
okay.
Shall we take their chains off now, or shall we wait until we are in a private place away from all of this brouhaha? I don't even know where we are.
I I don't know. Um, chains off now.
All right, come and help me.
Got this.
All right, and during this time of the ritual, you two are going from component to component. Do you take the chains off the dead ones too?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. It takes some time because this is a blind hobbit trying to pick these locks that are magical.
And I only have one hand, so I can't help very much.
Yeah, but what happens is she gets shocked, as those chains do, numerous times. And
every
when
time
she starts
I
getting
put
weak,
all, I'm going to cast Goodberry again.
hmm
And every time she gets shocked, I'm going to feed her a Goodberry.
a good berry, okay. It's something. It's just right, all right. Don't just pop it right in here. Oh, ow, that hurts.
Oh.
But over the course of the 10 minutes, you manage to get all the chains off. And at that point, the ritual ends. And those of you who are on the outside of the wagon,
Hold on, because Grim and I really need to have.
oh, yes, you have your talk. Okay. Retcon, going back away. So, Penny, you have
There's
freed
a
the
lot
components.
of info.
All right. You two go off to where? To have your conversation.
Honestly, the other side of the wagon, so it's you could do the cut back and forth between like I'm kind of done with this fucker over here.
Yeah. I think I've left that line of work. All right.
Okay.
It's a big wagon. Everyone's whispering.
On every side and on the inside, there's whispering, and this is a very active wagon right now.
My cat got distracted by the.
Okay,
So, you know what's going on?
kind of. I have an idea of what's going on. And it's real bad, buddy. Like, whoa.
Okay.
So the Demon Black. I used to hear about him all of the time when I was traveling. You know, we would get news and then we'd have to relay news, blah, blah, blah. And the Demon Black was somebody that was like the highest level hunter for Thorian.
Oh, yeah, the bad guy in the crystal. Right.
There are so many layers of confusion to that sentence. No, yes, and I don't know. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, this guy, and he picks up the soldier that he's still carrying around with him. Oh, yeah, he's dragging him everywhere.
Great.
This guy had this red stone, some kind of gemstone, and a little person kind of came out of it, and they could talk, and I guess that was Thorian.
And I point to the soldier.
You thing who popped out of there.
Yeah.
The soldier is now, having been dragged around in pain and bleeding for long enough, unconscious.
Damn it. The one time we need him to actually speak.
I rolled for that, just so you know.
Perfect.
I mean, Grim really forgot that he was even dragging him around. He just...
Yeah.
So I'm going to take you on your word for that one because I don't know. But you're saying... So what happened? A person popped out of the little crystal.
Yeah, this guy had it behind his back. And then he brought it out in front when Cross saw him hiding something. And this little person who I assume Cross said it was Thorian.
Okay.
And asked Cross for a report. And at that point, Cross got this look on his face of like, and threw his bag on top of the crystal.
So he is still working for Thorian. I knew there was something wrong. He's been letting people go. The one person who may have like actually helped us. Suddenly she's disappeared. Alpana died.
I don't know.
These things are the things that only happen when he's around, and we don't know the actual backstory behind any of them. I'll bet you anything, he is traveling with us so he can take Penny directly to her. He's been saying this whole time that we needed to go talk to her.
It
And
didn't
in one
seem
fell
that
swoop,
way.
all of my work has been done for me. Thank you.
It didn't seem that way. He seemed very upset at this person in the crystal.
I mean, I'd be upset too if somebody blew my cover like that.
Their cover. I don't understand.
Oh, right. A cover is both something that goes over your head to protect you and is something that, like, metaphorically protects you. Like, it's a story. Cover up is a bad way of saying it, but
Or a
like
lie.
a lie. It's a big old lie.
Kind of like how I say that I'm human.
Yeah, that's a big old cover up.
I get it. Okay, I understand that now.
Okay, so what do we do moving forward? Because I mean, if he knows we know, that could be really bad for everybody that we have in this wagon.
So we pretend we don't know.
We pretend we don't know, but then what do we do from that point on? Because if he continues traveling with us, then he's constantly reporting to her and saying where we are. And that means that we'll keep running into these soldiers.
Oh yeah, he did want the stone wrapped up, and he has it.
Of course he does.
Huh.
We lost all of our stuff at the first camp. He probably hasn't had a crystal this entire time. Now he's got one again.
Okay, so my hearing and my vision are really good.
Okay.
Like really good. So I will just I will just be paying attention to everything he does.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. And and if he decides to create a problem for us at all, you have every ounce of permission to bite his ear off.
But I don't want to upset Penny.
Oh, right. Bite a bit off that she can't see.
I don't understand. What do you mean a part that she can't see?
You've got a human body, right?
Yeah?
Figure it out.
This is a difficult concept for him because he has only been wearing clothes for like 2 days.
Right. So what part can't you see when you could see
Well,
everything
yeah,
before?
I mean-
Like his butt.
Sure. You know what? That's equally funny to me.
Okay.
Then he can't sit down comfortably.
What? Okay, but what about Penny? If I hear something like this is it, we have to get Penny away from him.
I think that's the moment that you have to reveal what you are, and we fly the fuck away.
Okay.
Because you can carry me, you can absolutely carry Penny, and I imagine you could probably carry the rest of the components, right? You got big claws.
I'm not that big. I can carry maybe 2 or 3.
Okay. Well,
I need to eat. I need to eat a lot. I can get bigger, right? That's something that can happen. I just need to eat.
so on the topic of you eating all of the time, I understand it's imperative. The problem is that we don't really have the capacity in this world where everything is being constantly destroyed to feed you like that all of the time.
My real body is much bigger,
I know.
and if I don't sustain that, I will wither away.
Yeah, that's real bad. So that's another mark on the problem scoreboard.
Sorry. Maybe I can leave camp at night and there's water near here, right?
Yeah. And maybe there are, like, I don't know, deer or horses, something. But don't ever eat the wagon horses, by the way. We need those.
I wouldn't eat a horse. That's weird. I've read too many stories with horses in them. They're
Good. That's good. That's good to know where your line is.
yeah. Horses no, fish yes, deer yes.
And you do have
Bovines
an
yes.
unconscious security blanket hanging from your hand.
Yep.
So here's an idea.
Oh, what's that?
We got a whole lot of dead bodies out there. How do you feel about the other white meat?
What the other? Oh, people?
I guess white was a weird phrasing for that, but yeah.
Oh. There are stories of my people eating humans.
Just say it like they're dicks.
I guess I could try, but won't people be upset by that?
No one that matters. You gotta
Oh,
find your line of where that goodness meter falters a little bit. Simply because here's what's gonna happen. Especially for this town, all of those bodies are just going to become a problem. They need to find a place to bury them that's not going to affect growth or whatever, or doesn't matter, and the miasma comes and those bodies are disintegrated anyway. So we might as well put them to good use. And you're fed, and I guarantee there's going to be more of them.
right. Okay. Okay, so when we leave here, we're going this way? Is that right? I think Cross said that.
If Cross said it, I'm a little hesitant.
Well, yeah, I know, but we can't let on that we know.
But, okay. Well, we have to go that way anyway because the miasma is on the other 3 sides of us.
Right.
I never did get my pudding. Anyway,
Okay.
I don't do need this place was known for its pudding, and then we set everything on fire, and there are people dead, and I didn't get my pudding, and I'm mad about it, but it's fine. Anyway, okay, so you go gather up the bodies.
Uh-huh.
Gonna be breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a little bit. I will handle the backlash if there is any, and go team go.
Yeah, I will go about 200 steps that way, towards where we're going to be going anyway, right? And that's where I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll take
Then we'll watch.
2 or 3 of them. This guy's alive, I think.
Well, that's up to you.
Okay. Just kind of chucks him.
Okay.
You might want to question him. I don't know. He's kind of a jerk, though.
They all are.
Hmm.
Men. I hate men.
Well, I'm technically a male.
You're male, not man.
No. I am. Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm gonna go eat.
Have a good dinner.
Okay.
All right.
She's just gonna never process what she just told him to do.
It's all your fault.
She's getting
Yep.
a little too chaotic in her chaos right there.
Well, and then, things go a different way I didn't expect, but that's okay.
I'm
Cannibalism is
laughing
always good.
Starting
so
with
hard
right
right
his
now.
dick off into.
Yeah, why don't cannibals eat divorced women?
Sorry, what?
Why don't cannibals eat divorced women?
Why?
This is a DM joke break.
Yeah, no,
They're too
I don't
bitter.
know.
Why?
Don't
God
do
damn it.
it, Ma. Don't
I
do it.
collect cannibal jokes. I almost never get a chance to use them.
That's
I'm
perfect.
happy to provide this
Thank you.
situation for
Thank
you.
This
And every
moment.
time there's gonna happen one every time you eat somebody. Just
Ah.
know that.
That's the cost of you being a human, is you have a cannibal pun.
Yep, exactly. All right, as we move on, the ritual is beginning to end. Who is still at the front of the wagon with the headmaster? Anybody?
I guess
I don't
I'm
think
like
anybody
on the,
is.
I could
Kind
do
of
it
by
on
there.
the, like I'm
We went
around
back.
the wagon or wherever it
Yeah.
needs,
being fixing the wagon.
Vixens.
So you're
I
right
went
about there.
back after we had our discussion. I went
Okay.
back to watch the ritual.
Right. Okay. So as we end of the 10 minutes, we've got conversations happening on one side of the wagon. We have fixing and repairing and conversation happening on the other side of the wagon. We have conversation and unchaining happening inside the wagon. And in the front of the wagon, we have the village elder uh, doing his ritual. And finally, you can feel like it's a weird feeling. You know the feeling, Jasmine, of what magic feels like as it's coming through your body? This doesn't feel like that. This feels, it's like, in this case, like a warm heat, like the sun is just shining on you.
It doesn't feel bad, does it?
doesn't
'Cause she
feel
knows
bad
what
at all.
bad feels like.
Oh no, this doesn't feel bad. It
Okay.
definitely feels like the heat of the sun, though. That's what it
Okay.
makes you think about. And it makes sense if that's a holy symbol for Manan, who is, the equivalent of the sun god
Okay.
for this world. And after 10 minutes goes by, or so, you think, somewhere in there, his voice rises to a crescendo, and the words become much more emphatic. And at one point, he reaches out and he slugs his son in the chest. Just one big wham! And the ritual ends. And the boy goes, and he starts breathing. He's still wounded. He's still injured.
Uh-huh.
But he is alive.
Oh my goodness. Jasmine like falls to her knees. She's like, he's alive.
And the old man looks very tired. And he's like, damn fool. Yeah. I need someone to take care of me when I get old.
Whatever you did, thank you.
Well, it was the only time I could do it. So
Why the
I
only
hope it's worth
time?
it. Because I can't cast this normally. This was given to me a long time ago.
Well, I think this was a wonderful use for it.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more need before we're all done. But
Probably. And he still needs his wounds tended. He's not well yet.
yeah, and we'll be doing that. So now, are the villagers coming back? Are they here now?
I can go have a look.
If you would.
And she'll go and see what's going on outside. Hopefully they're all gathering things and getting ready to go.
Okay. What you see when you get back outside again is the villagers have given up on the fires on the houses, the huts. They're burning. What they do is you see a number of people, mostly older people and children, gathered in the center with little bags and boxes of stuff, and a tiny handful of actual adults that have come in from the ocean side of things. Anybody in the field side of things? Nobody's there. And you hear them saying things like, why isn't, Margot back yet? Where's the farmers? Why aren't they here? They were closer than the fishermen, and the fishermen are here. What's going on? And there's a lot of stuff like that. Like,
Is the green miasma out there in the field?
that's the direction, yeah.
Oh,
It's on you. It's on
okay.
3 sides of you as you look.
Okay. So if she hears someone saying this, she's going to warn them, don't go that way. That is a bad way. That's why we're evacuating. We're going.
Where what?
We
Because of
need
that
to
green?
leave here. We need
Well,
to leave here. Something bad is coming.
Well, that's what the headmaster said. So of
Yes.
course we're going to be leaving here.
Yes.
But I don't see that you've gathered anything, young Jasmine. Why didn't you do that? Here, let me help you. One of the old ladies grabs your arm and tucks it under and starts heading you back towards your hut.
She'll go. Sure. She's going to gather her things. But she's going to be really quick about it. And then she's going to help the woman.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you get back to your hut and she's chattering. And I don't know where my old Gregor is, and where Marco is and where the rest of them are.
I don't know.
What are we
but
gonna do? I can't go on without him. He's got to help me through these hard things. My knees won't take it. the old woman says. So they get to your hut and she's nattering on like that, very scared the whole
She's going to
time.
try and calm her down, just sort of tell her that this is a village, everyone takes care of each other. You'll be fine. We just need to get everything together, get organized, concentrate on that, and then we can get out of here and have more time for thinking later.
Okay, and you guys gather up your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what do you take with you?
Uh, if there's, I don't even know what she has, honestly. You know what? One of the things that she had on her windowsill that was catching the sun that just made the place a little bit pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Just something like that, like a little piece of, I don't know, like a bit of glass art or something like that, or like a little
Some
stone
shells,
or
yeah.
a seashell or something like that. Yeah. One little thing that
Mm-hmm.
reminds her of what she had here. But other than that, I mean, besides, like, does she have any, she didn't have anything when she arrived here,
Yeah, but
right?
you've been here for a number of years and I mean, you have a hut, you have food, you
Hmm.
have rope, you have the things that you need. You have books,
Okay.
not very many, but a few. Um, so which of those things do you gather and how big is it?
She'll probably have like one arm full, but that's pretty much it. Like she might, the food is going to be important.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know if she'd bring rope. I don't know if that's going to be needed, but maybe. Like if she has like, clothing and this kind of like regular, like a backpack or something like that, then, a water skin, these kinds of things that are
Yeah,
basic,
basic
survival
things. Yeah.
things. Yeah. But
Okay.
the only thing that she's bringing, one book.
One book. Okay.
She's not leaving without one book.
Okay.
um,
Which book?
uh, it might be a history book.
Okay.
Um, and it might be a history of dragons.
Okay. Well, you have been studying that, so here we
Yeah.
go. All
Yeah.
right. So you put in your history of dragons. Do you bring the other thing?
You're gonna have to remind me of what the
The
other
thing
thing
from
is.
your past?
Oh, yes. Yeah, she kind of like secrets that away in a little pocket.
Okay.
Did
So,
she? Oh, okay, she would have had that. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
So some food, one book, a little rope, water skins, basic traveling type of
basic traveling
supplies,
stuff, clothing,
um, any paper and
soap.
soap. That, that's important. A mirror,
Soap
anything like
is
that.
good.
I'll need you to write a list of the things that she thinks to grab. You don't need to do it right
Okay.
now. We can do it before the next game.
Okay.
Okay. It goes pretty fast because you're starting to feel the urgency of these people aren't coming back, which means it's closer than
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
And that quite likely they're already dead, which is kind of sobering because you said hello to them this morning,
Yeah.
you know. Um, so you gather your things up, you head back out.
Yeah. And she's gonna help the woman gather her things as well.
Okay, and you
'Cause
go
she'll need
gather
a helping
those
hand.
things, and everybody else, Cross is fixing the wagon. Grim is gathering bodies. Orkilia is trying to field any attention for Grim gathering the bodies. Penny is in the wagon with the components.
Penny, after they finish unchaining everything, all of
Hmm.
them, she wants to take the chain as much as she can and like drag it out to the door and throw it out the wagon.
Okay, very good. Get rid of that chain.
Fuck that chain. Fuck it.
Okay, and then what do you do?
After she throws it out, what does she see out there? Does she see the old man and the boy kind of waking up, but he's still a little?
Yes, yes, you do.
Okay.
In fact, you throw the chain right by the boy as he goes.
Because I was like clank at the same time as him going.
Mhm.
Woo.
And
Oh.
Jasmine was like, "Oh my God, he needs it." And then, but she's uh, the old man tells her to go get her things and get ready to go because they have to evacuate. Um, and once she walks away, that's when he finally, looking at his son who's breathing, he's still not really fully conscious because he's still wounded, but he's not wounded to death. He's just barely alive. This was
Mhm.
a raised dead instead of a resurrection.
Okay.
Um, And the old man starts crying.
Penny's gonna go. I'm gonna walk down the little steps thing, and I'm gonna hug him. And as I'm hugging him, I'm also going to do cure wounds on the boy,
Okay, are you hugging the boy or the old man?
the old man.
Okay, can you reach the?
Yeah, I can
Yeah, you
have my
can.
stump around the old man, and
Can
then
you reach and touch the boy?
yeah, it doesn't matter
Okay.
where. I can touch him on his foot too if I need to.
The old man rolled very poorly on his reaction check
Uh,
when he sees you, and he starts and he pulls away from you. It's, my God, what are you?
a friend. I heal his son real quick
Okay.
before he gets too creeped out. For 10 points.
And
To
you can do
Gryffindor.
and you can do magic. You can do which god? Which god do you serve? That was
Hmm?
a clerical spell.
He's fine.
Which god do you serve? And why do you look like that?
I'm human.
God help you what you've been through.
Yeah.
Were you in the wagon?
No.
Were you with those that attacked? The
Which-
soldiers?
No.
I
I am
mean,
in soldier garb, but it's like
uh-huh.
too big for me. Very obviously, it looks like I probably stole it, which I did.
Are you leaving with these others?
Yes.
Good.
Those are my friends.
Good.
And
And
you
you'll
are
notice
leaving?
that his eyes keep slipping off of you, like he can't bring himself to look at how tormented you look. Like it hurts him to look at you.
That's okay. Are you guys are leaving from the green light?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, and you are, I'm told, going and also leaving from the green light in a different direction. And the way that he says that, roll me an insight check.
That is 12.
Okay. You don't have the ability to figure out what his expression means
Okay.
when he says good.
Good. Okay. Can I help his son to stand up now? He should be able to stand up.
Yes.
I'll like dust him off as much as I can.
And his son is very disoriented. And he says, "Da, those soldiers folk, they're bad. They were saying that you let them in here, but you didn't do that. You didn't do such a terrible thing, did you? They were threatening to destroy the whole town." And the headmaster, head of the village, says,
There.
"That's not what they said to me. They said to me if that we just let them keep their goods in this warehouse, that they wouldn't destroy the whole town."
They're liars.
Where can we go now that we can be safe if they are against us?
Away from the green light.
And into the arms of Thorian,
Um,
which is the only way that is away from the green light.
You're not magic. You'll be fine.
But I am magic. I'm a voice of Manon, the god, the great god of this world.
You're not magic.
Not their magic, no. But there is something I can do for you before I go.
Me? What is it?
can only do this today. I only can do this once, right now.
Okay.
Will you allow me?
What is it?
And he finally kind of really looks at you and he smiles. And he
And I
reaches out
smile
and he
back.
takes your arm.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
My stump?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he begins speaking words as he puts his other hand with the coin in it over your stump. And suddenly it feels hot. And he speaks words and you can see the look in his face becomes very fervent. Like whatever he's doing, he believes so strongly that this will happen, that this will do. It's like faith in what he's doing is making your stump get very, very hot. Like the sun is
Ow.
burning it, and it burns and it hurts,
Ow.
and it's not, but it's, his hands are moving down your arm and down your hand. And when he finishes, and his fingers finally pull off of your fingers, you have an arm back.
Whoa.
And you look at it and you remember it and it's beautiful and it's whole. The rest of you is scarred and hideous and ugly with patches of skin. But this is how it was before. You don't know how you know it, but you know it, and it is white and beautiful and graceful. And now you have two arms.
I look at him and with this big smile and I say, fuck!
Which you learned from one of them. Was it Ophelia?
Either Ordelia or Cross.
Well done.
Yep. Well done. And then he sighs and he looks very tired and says, good luck. I trust you're not going the same direction we are.
Oh,
For the healing of my son, we are even now. And with that, he says, all right, you. And he grabs his son's arms and says, we're going to have a little talk. As he leads him out of the... And you remember something with this perfect white hand. Your memory in the moonlight. That hand that gestured for the dog in the water or the wolf in the water or whatever it was. That was this hand. That is your memory. When you got to that big door, it was this hand that reached up. That was the last thing that you remember.
the big door.
At the end of the path.
Do I
With the pillars.
remember what it looks like?
Yeah.
Do I remember where it is?
No. It's at the end of that path from your memory. It was a big stone door in the side of a mountain with writing on it.
Do I remember the writing?
No. But you remember that there's a reason you don't remember it. And that it's very important.
Fuck! Penny goes,
You guys hear from the front of the wagon, Cross and Orkilia, if you're right there. Penny shouting, fuck!
I
Twice.
run in.
well, and then you hear that twice, and then she starts, I don't know, because Penny goes and starts running out to where she thinks everybody is, yelling,
Runs into us.
door, I got a door, we need the door, it's important, the door, but
Dory, I got two arms.
Okay, wow, that wasn't the word that I would have used in that.
Cross goes over. Cross is like standing there, like just like, how does it, like really like happy for her, like actually, like he's just like,
Touch
How does
it.
it feel?
Touch it.
It's just like, it's like what happened?
Yeah, that. What happened?
The old man gave me my hand back.
Can you give her ear back too?
No. But my hand. I remembered. There's a door. It's very important.
Why is the door important, Penny?
It's very important. And we need to go to that door because it's very important.
Fair enough. Where's the door?
I don't know. At the mountains?
Can you describe the door?
Well, I mean, it's a good thing that's where we're going.
It's a big door. There's writing.
The
And
big
it's
door.
on the mountain. It's in the mountain.
So it's not in the mountains, it's in the mountain.
Yeah.
There's a door in the mountain.
Yeah.
Do we know how to open this door? With your hand. That's why they took your hand. What dicks? Wait, are they using your hand to open this magic door?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Because that could be a real bad.
Miskil is dead, so I doubt he's using the door.
Yeah, but we don't know if that was the last person to have her hand, do we?
Fair.
I don't remember.
Well, this is better than fucking going to. Why do you know why it's important?
It's important.
Okay.
Is it important to go through or to keep it closed?
To open the door.
Important to who?
Me? Everyone?
Okay. So good important. Important as in open the door and good stuff comes out. Now open the door and more miasma death.
Yes.
That's a pretty solid yes there, Penny. Feeling real confident about that one.
I don't remember. But I
Look,
will
if it's
remember.
Look, if you. I don't know.
I will
don't
remember
really-
with the door.
That's a Penny. It's okay.
Okay.
Look. It looks at Orkelia and is just like, look, we don't really have a lot of options here. It's either. You had something about the gods and we were in the dragons, and I mean that's a possibility. We got Thorian, which I really don't want to deal with right now, and then we've got this, which is new. And
Dorian.
I trust Penny.
To Penny's response of Thorian, that's when Orkelia just like wraps her arms around her.
Yeah.
Penny takes her other
we don't
hand
want to.
and touches your arm around her with it.
And
goes,
Shauna,
Yes?
your other hand, the one that you've still had, is so scarred and stuff that the amount of feeling that you have in it is reduced. There's not
Oh,
nuance
so-
to your touch, but this one is brand new and everything is like too much, too many nerve endings. Oh, because you're not used to it. You touch things and it's like, oh, that's prickly. Oh, that's soft. Oh, that's cold. Oh, that's warm.
No.
You're the other person who I need to be on board with this because people, people listen to you.
Well,
I
yeah, I'm a
think-
good talker.
Can you just shut up and listen for once? God.
I talk real good.
I'll pick Penny up and just like, Penny, do you want to be on my back or like toddler holding?
On your back.
Okay, so I swing you over on the back.
This is the first.
And that's when I'll like actually turn to look at you because I haven't been.
Look, this is the first. I don't know what it is. I mean, she was there when it started. If she's got somewhere where she thinks we need to go, I think that's where we should go.
Very important.
If
You
Penny
heard her.
says it's important, then we will go.
Fair enough. Glad you finally agree. Just kind of confused by that and like wanders off. Go make sure the cart is, working again.
And this is where we go back out. We are past time tonight.
We're showing off Penny's new arm.
Yeah, well, you know what? We'll do this next week. The long goodbyes. This is where we're going to end it tonight. Penny's new arm and the decision to go find the doorway in the mountains. Next week, we'll be doing the goodbyes, where Jasmine has to make the decision which direction she's going to go. And Grim has to figure out if he can hide his eating of all of his bodies.
Now I'll be more efficient.
And Grim presents his dinner.
Yay, for a new arm.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So we'll see you next time. Same bat channel.
Bye, everybody.